popping out of your head quick.
Still gotta get to the north we go, into Lowtown or through it. MWIII elsewhere, Aydan's team fighting multiple squads, getting into the mix, but now we set our sights onto the dark. He peeks, Unrational connects, we rip the plates off him. Can we take it from Castillo? This damage that Unrational has been able to do with the Moors is allowing Dongy and Scump to just circle around them and deal the rest of the damage and get those eliminations.
Unrational's played the perfect support player. You're not going to see him on the top fragging list, but he is setting up his teammates for success over and over again. It would be fun to look at his damage as well to set up his teammates. But Dongy's going to make the push, look for the isolation of the 1v1. Castillo out, not a full isolation though. We lose Dongy in the process. Again, a hair too aggressive. This team could have played slower and they could have saved Dongy's life. Instead, they're going to spend some cash. Back up to Popov, the only team in Popov, at least on this side of Popov, on the south-hand side. It's this Revenge Tour squad. We got B-Mark, J-Tech, and Slide. They're here to play, and they've been up here all day. And frankly, I'm not sure they're getting paid for it. They've been hanging out near the edge of Kotovo and Popov, and have had a little bit of a slow day today.
Yeah, they had that buy station there that they had just passed by, and it was during that fire sale course of time. We see just how much funds the Falcons have in the back of their pocket. We all have durables, we have self-reses, we've got the UAVs. We are poised to take this towards the end, and knowing that all of them usually have a portable buy, but it's FaZe, and they keep on moving. You can see Superstore just upon the horizon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's definitely Aydan shooting out over the top of them. With Superstore still in zone, they said, we dropped here, and we're gonna defend it as well. Aydan, they need a pretty big game, but everybody's coming to them. Just a question of how many kills can they pick up in that rotation. FaZe having a good one right now, a sizable amount of eliminations for this squad. Currently 4, obviously, for Sage, looking to figure out where do we go from here. Redeploy drones and everything in between. They've got every piece of resources they need to find success on this map, and they have cleaned out Lowtown. And now just got to figure out, do we want to run at Superstore? Do we want to run at Aydan? Or do we need to maybe make a different rotation? I think they're going to wait on this zone. So let's take a look at that zone if we can. It's going to be closing here in about 10 seconds and see where it goes. Does it go to military? Is it the one we've been waiting for? I think it might be, Tiff.
If it does, I love where Team Aydan has positioned themselves in Superstore with that buy station. And man, this is going to get wild really quick. I look towards Team Zach, who have actually fallen dead center for the most part on that island. FaZe now have to rotate just a little north, just to where we saw Superstore, right? Team Aydan in. But think of how open this positioning is. And I love that you see MWIII in the dead center with the train. So they'll have a buy station, resupply on that ammo cache. But how are the Falcons going to approach this one? You've got MWIII just towards your east.
Yep. MWIII is trying to play gatekeepers. And, well, the Falcons say, let's stay true to our namesake. Let's take to the skies. And whether or not that's a good decision, we'll decide here shortly, because they are on edge of zone. Young trying to shoot beams, trying to shoot down the heli. And so Shifty has to run a marathon to get to zone. No kills to his name, but it doesn't matter. They don't need him. Just a win is needed from this squad. MWIII trying to play gatekeepers. This is a fight that's going to happen. Without a vehicle, it has to happen if you're MWIII. They're having a good day today, but they need a great day. And to do that, you need more games.
No, I don't even want them to be gatekeepers. I want them to pull a full-on Gandalf and say, you shall not pass. But Biffle still putting the hurt down onto MWIII. The smokes come out, try to cut those lines of sight, but all it's going to take, one live ping, maybe an advanced UAV. They've got the funds. They've already thrown down the portable buy, and Biffle is looking to get mixy. Thought about jumping up on the truck, doesn't do it, but MWIII dropped to the low ground, and from the north, you can see another squad, EP Downs, want to get in on the action.
Yeah, Revenge Tour also playing cross. We're going to do a quick listen in with the Falcons to see where they go from here, because there's a lot of teams looking at them.
For a teammate to scam, look at this guy. Our tower's got a car. They're just laying down. Look, they're laying down. They're getting shot in the back, probably. They're just laying down on our side. Cracked them. Disable their car.
Yeah, I got a pee on that shit, alright? I got a pee on that shit. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up and get some shit. Look behind us.
You did recon, by the way.
They're gonna get 30, bro. Look, they're all about to fucking fight hella.
I'm gonna grab a fucking mortar real quick, though. So I set up this game.
I got a util box.
We'll go get some too. I'm getting the mortar.
I bought a mortar and a util. I bought a mortar and a util.
I'll buy the one. I'm
gonna get a bunker.
I'll buy some shit too. Okay.
I'll buy a mortar.
It'd be nice to have it in pocket.
Yo, I have a portal as well, alright? Mortar, bunker, and a UE. Look at this endgame, bro. It's gonna be that one bridge endgame on top side.
I got another bunk and another util, okay?
Yeah, use cover, because Verdansk is gonna look.
We just gotta buy station on our shit now. Right team.
Yeah, we could also get another advance then.
Yeah.
Go drop our money.
Take up a little bit of space. You see us get deep left? We have a recon drone us, by the way. Under us, just spotting us. He's just right here, idle.
Kill it.
Right here on our side.
He's at it. One.
Good loot. Get that full if you can.
I'm so fucking loot. Teammates closer.
Behind the car, behind the portable. Oh, bump that portable.
Careful of our back zip.
Looking at our back.
Bump that portable. Just make sure he's not in there.
The top side, listen. It's at endgame with one.
Nothing.
You know what I'm talking about? Top side. We only be on top side.
There you.
They're right here.
Yep.
3.
Well, the IGL Hisoka has spoken. He says topside, we go topside, and we'll see if he's right. I'm sure he probably is. Now, a couple teams in the area to play spoiler. Of course, you see FaZe Black there lurking in the shadows on that high ground position. They are outside the zone. The spot he's talking about is just to the south of that, and you actually see on our map that MWIII is on the train tracks, just the east side of that kind of northern end zone that he's talking about. So we'll see if it ends up going there. MWIII has completely abdicated from this fight, and they've actually gone onto the island, dead center of all that water, and are reaping teams as well. So they're moving up this leaderboard pretty dramatically as FaZe Black is trying to creep down into zone, and they might be held here by the Falcons.
Oh, flanked down and out. The angles that you can take from this bridge. So if you think about the biggest threats to it, it is FaZe Black, right? They dive down to the low ground here, but also Exiles and military base side of thing, XTH. You've got a couple more over there, even Team Super Evan, but they've got to clear it out. And now Community on double-digit eliminations have set their sights onto MWIII. Let it burn. We need 7 more points.
This island is ours. My goodness, MWIII obliterated off the island, and Young's is swimming for his life right now, looking for any semblance of a multiplier. We have 16 teams remaining, and Community likely has done enough at this point. I'm not going to call it that they're past 150 points, but I'm sure they will be, especially if they can secure top 10, which is likely looking like it will be the case. You see Super Evan's team in the Salmon 9 off the right-hand side. MWIII on the train right now, on the train's tracks. This is win condition that the Falcons were talking about. They got here early. Anybody else that's been playing a lot of scrims, they know this spot well. Shifty a little bit isolated, knowing that the Italians are down below. He is actually out in the gas, getting held by a couple teams from distance. He's going to smoke and run and try to help out his teammates by wiping these Italians. Unfortunately, there's a long angle on it.
There really is, but their ability to put themselves into a god spot with the least amount of resistance is uncanny. Team Super Evan there on the train, out in DiazBiffle with their eyes set straight onto him, but it backs on up. You can see Team Aydan from the south, out of Superstore we go. They seem closer to the circle alongside FaZe from the south. The big fight here is going to be Aydan. It's going to be Exiles as they reek up on that eastern side of things.
All eyes on the Falcons, but in the top right-hand corner, you see that FaZe is having a banger game right now. There is a chance if FaZe wins this, they can also breach 150 points. Yes, this might be the final map. These might be the final moments of the final map, where we could see several teams past our 150-point threshold at the end of this one. Top 10 means Community likely done enough. Super Evan falls in 11th. Unfortunately, no multipliers for you, but Hisoka on high ground. It's Youngsters playing spoiler as a solo from distance. Luckily, just a hair, enough of cover to stay alive as MWIII trying to regain, and Hisoka has a flank.
And the angles, right? MWIII, formidable foes, but they're already preoccupied with Team Aydan on the other side. Z-Smith down and out, and MWIII wiped. Shifty, this is where he's going to get crazy. He's going to extend out, look for these eliminations. Third party at MWIII. The formidable foes, they're down, they're out. More eliminations across the board, but Community 0.8 points away. They're still up in it. Can they get to 150? Can they stop the Falcons?
Unbelievable. DJ Moss was able to pick up a lot of eliminations and stay alive, but the Falcons have all 3 up, and everybody else is killing each other. The Falcons are in the best position to win it all. They not only have high ground, sure, they got to move into zone, but FaZe is going viral in the water. It's Clapper trying to play spoiler. Lynn FIFA, sure, you're still up. FaZe doing everything they can to try to breach the threshold. Community is past it. They are on threshold, but it may not matter. The Falcons are the only team, I believe, with all 3 alive besides Team Clapper, who I believe are nearly dead last. The Falcons are probably going to win it. Can anybody answer the call to stop this dynasty?
They were a wild card for a reason, was that Team Clapper, but what can they do when you have the playable space, when you have the angles? They're unleashing their inner kaijus and reaping it straight across. To Lennon we go. FIFA sitting ducks in the water.
Chance. There's no chance. The Falcons have the best position. All three up. Plenty of resources. Look how many plates they have. Everything is going their way. The only thing that could make this difficult is if this next zone pulls towards Rocket. If they get the pull, maybe. The problem is it's in the water. It's got to pull all the way to Freddy for this to even be a problem for the Falcons. They've got the best spot. It does. It goes to the Falcons. They have the best spot. They are going to win this game. It's just a matter of time. There has to be an absolutely Herculean effort from somebody else in this lobby to stop this tournament from being over.
And they are just putting the pressure onto everyone. Left out into the gas we go. Biffle wants to claim the top of that elimination leaderboard, wants to cement the dynasty. We talked about it. Is it the last dance? I don't know, but they could cement themselves in history here.
The Falcons, the flip of the coin, lands on a nice edge. Freddy, Zanks, you have no chance, my friends. All three up, and they're gonna style on them. The Falcons needed one. The Falcons are your champions. They are inevitable. The dynasty has been etched in stone forever. The Falcons are the best Warzone team of all time. There is no question. There is no debate. No one can shake their finger at him and say, not today. Think about the history. Think about the other teams. The Falcons are the best team to ever grace this game.
You heard it from the Falcons themselves. The interview stating that there is not a single player in the world that they would ever replace one another with. If this is true, if this is Biffle's last dance, you might as well write the perfect final chapter here in Urzikstan.
Vegas goes wild for the champions. Was it what we expected? Sure. Did it happen the way we expected? Certainly not. But when you awoke the Falcons soared, and they won this whole event. Falcons are gonna head down to the stage where all the fans are crowding around, because sure, they've won $300,000, but they've also won a trophy that they've gotta lift him.
Hisoka won in Caldera. He reigns supreme here in Urzikstan. Biffle with a back-to-back alongside Shifty as the boys approach one of their prizes, the trophy here, lifted by some of the greatest of all times.
There is no more question. There's no mark on anybody's name. Everybody believes these are the best three players in the world. The Falcons are your World Series of Warzone 2024 champions.
Gotta get a moment. You called it. You said you woke up. You woke up. A man of your word. We've never seen a team like it. Shifty, how do you describe this moment?
It's incredible, man. I mean, for the past months, I've been seeing the number 7, and we won it in fucking game 7. I mean, I believe in manifestation in this team. I mean, the greatest of all fucking time, the greatest IGL of all time, and hey, the greatest fragger. I think I can say that, you know, fucking 3 for 3. Hisoka came into this team with a different fucking mindset. We knew we were gonna win. We knew, there's no doubt in my mind. I don't care if we had a bad start or whatever. I knew once we got there that we were gonna ace, and it being on game 7 was just testament to what I believe in and what the team believes in. We're just the greatest fucking team. But one thing I do have to say, man, one thing I need to say, listen, please, I need one individual, man. Rob, you need to admit that us three, we are the greatest trio to ever play this game. And I need you also to understand and admit that DiazBiffle is the best player in the fucking world. It is not anyone that he has said it was. He is the greatest of all time. Because of D, we're able to work as hard as we fucking do. This kid is a fucking GOAT.
Well said, brother. That's for you as well. All right, well, a great team is nothing without a great leader. Soka, you're up next, mate. Firstly, plates. Always need the plates, baby.
Double fisted, baby. What club we going tonight, chat? Come on, what's up? I'm at the Weird Nightclub. What's up? What's up?
How do you describe this moment? A great tournament from the whole squad, but you've been credited with some of the massive changes, the big wins, the decisions made in game. How do you feel about that?
Feels great, man. You know, last year I came short, came second. No one knows this, but I cried in my room by myself like a little baby. So they introduced me to the team. They had faith in me, and they trusted me. And once there's trust on the team, there's chemistry. We're undeniable. The generational one, baby. You can't deny us now.
Undeniable is the only way to describe it. Congratulations once again, fellas. I think I've got one more plate. We've got one more plate to give. Biffle, we'll keep this one. First and foremost, that's for you, sir. Congratulations. Everyone wants to know, the music's finally stopped. Is this the last dance?
I know the competitors, they want us, or they want me to leave because we're too fucking dominant. But I think I'll stay in their fucking nightmares one more year. I'll give it another year.